So here's some more examples of graphing absolute value of x, and this is example number 3 here, and this is going to be 2 times the absolute value of x plus 1 minus 2. So the first thing I do is I find my shifts, and I've got a horizontal shift of -1, remember opposite sign. So I can write that down over here. And same sign, -2. And I'll write that as an ordered pair because that actually represents the new 0. Now my shape equation is just going to be, and I usually call that just SC, I'll do it down here. My shape equation is going to be y equals, and it's going to be everything except for this shift, so just 2 times the absolute value of x. And I can set up my table of values right over here. X and y, and I use my same numbers. -1, 0, 1. And I find my new 0, so my new 0 is going to be over here at -1, -2, -1, -2. And I put my values in, so when x is -1, so I'm using the shape equation now down here, because this is actually going to give me the shape. So the absolute value of -1 is positive, 1 times 2 is 2, 0, and the absolute value of 1 is 1 times 2 is 2. So those are my points from here. So first of all, I'm going to move -1 to the left, or that's 1 to the left, up 2, 1 to the left, up 2. And I'm going to move 0, 0, that's my 0 point, and then 1 to the right, up 2, 1 to the right, up 2. And those are my key points, so there you go. Then you just connect those. And actually the hardest thing about this is making sure the line maintains the slope. So the slope here is going to be 2, so you could go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, like that, to make sure you're going to end up with a good straight line. And the same thing, the slope is 2, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So there we go. So we end up with a little bit of a skinnier V, and that's what we call a vertical dilation. In other words, a vertical stretch. We stretched it. So by putting this 2 in front, by putting this 2 in front, we've actually stretched vertically from a little flatter V to a skinnier V. So we would call that a vertical stretch. Or you could call it a horizontal compression because you're compressing it, putting the lines closer together. So there's 2 ways to look at that. Okay. Okay, so this next one's going to be, oops, negative. Get this written down for you correctly here. So this one we'll try y equals -3 times the absolute value of x minus 2 plus 3. So there we go. And anytime you can pause these and rerun it, rewind them and look at them, make sure you get this. And we'll be doing some more complicated ones over the next couple of days. So again, the first thing we do is we look for our shifts. So we have a horizontal shift of 2, opposite side. I can put that over here, 2, and +3, same sign. So that's going to be my new 0, so I'll put that in. So I'm going to be 2, 3, out 2, up 3. And again, that's my horizontal shift, vertical shift, which is actually what we call our transformation, 2 to the right, up 3. And then my shape equation gives me the shape, is going to be everything without this, so it's going to be y equals negative 3 times the absolute value of x. So those are the values I'll be using for my table. So I can draw my table of values over here. There's x, there's y, and I can use the same numbers, good old negative 1, 0, and 1, and I get a good idea of the shape. Okay, so when x is negative 1, the absolute value of negative 1 is 1. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. 0, and again, absolute value of 1 is 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Now, from here, I move 1 to the left, down 3. From this new 0, 1 to the left, down 3. And here I move 0, 0, that's my new 0. Then I move 1 to the right, that's positive 1, and down 3. And there we go. And now you got your 2 points, and you can actually tell that your slope here is going to be negative 3, so I can put another point there, another dash there, another dash there, another dash there. So I know that I have a even skinnier, and this is going to be an A, because it's split down. And over here, so try to use, like I said, you can use your ID card, something. Keep the line straight. And there's your graph. Remember, my line was a little bit off here, but I think you get the gist. All right. And we'll try a couple more on the next video.